Joining us now is one of over 350 charities and nonprofits supported on the Share Detroit platform throughout Metro Detroit. Edward Hill is the founder of the ISH Project, the Infinite Steps to Health Project, and joins us now on the Megacast. Edward, thanks for being with us.
How you doing, Tyler? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, glad to have you on to talk about this. It's a really great effort that you're putting forth at the ISH Project. Tell us about the project, about the mission of your organization, and some of the things that you do in our local community to increase awareness and increase education on health and wellness.
Yeah, so just a little background on myself. I went to Xavier University in Cincinnati. There, I was a philosophy major, and you have to type many papers, think very critically around very serious subjects and very serious questions. And one of the questions I had was about health and wellness. That's a topic, that's super serious to me and of great interest. And I wanted to, really dive deep into it. And the more I dove into it, I, kind of came across the idea that, people being different. That sounds, pretty simple, but, people, when it comes to health, it's one of those things that's very nuanced. It has a lot of moving pieces. And I realized that it's very important to approach people based off of the differences that they have, as communities, as individuals. So I wanted to create a platform that, discussed and kind of stretched the meaning of health, kind of enhanced what it means to be a healthy individual. So it's essentially that's where the name Infinite Steps to Health comes from, because it's, an ongoing journey to reach, a good status of health, even for an individual that might be in great health, that I guess the standard or the optimal state is always moving. So we have to, continue to take the proper steps, and we have to, always think about it in a critical way. So I wanted to create specifically film that kind of show, some questions you can ask, ways that you can approach health and wellness with family, friends, medical professionals, and so on. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the ISH Project.
And what's great about this effort too is that you're taking steps to provide education and resources about health and wellness from a variety of different standpoints. It's resources that can be used by anybody in any community, in any situation here in Michigan. And your goal also is to spread that good word all around the world through your organization. So as you're taking that approach to kind of make this generalized so that anybody can benefit from this, but also provide for some specifics community to community, how do you approach that to keep that balance and ultimately be able to help a wide variety of people through your efforts?
Yeah, it's really about educating yourself, going out into the community, and asking people questions. On our Instagram page, you'll see that we have interviews with random people in the city of Detroit, just asking them about ways that they've, experienced health, ways that they see health, ways that they approach health. And you'll see that everybody's answer is different. There might be some answers that are similar, but overall, people, have their own individual journey with health and wellness. And it's important for us to go out and see, what that journey is for different individuals.
You can find more information on the ISH Project in a couple of different places. ShareDetroit.org. Go to there, find a nonprofit section, and search the ISH Project, and you'll find a lot of information on how to get in contact, how to get involved with them, their website, and their social media, and more. ShareDetroit.org. Another place you can go is directly to their website at theishproject.com, VISHproject.com. for more information. And so as we talk about the resources that are available and how wide-ranging they are, let's go into a little bit more of specifics about some of those resources that you are providing. Of course, you mentioned on your social media, going out and talking to the communities in our local area about health and wellness and some of their own barriers or their own tips and tricks. But what are some other resources that you also provide?
Yeah, so primarily our documentaries right now. Those are our primary educational resources. So our first film is titled Black Health Is. This was, kind of more so a film to get my foot in the door with the realm of film. I hadn't made a film before. So this was really me testing the waters, but also wanting to expand, you know, the meaning of health at the same time. So accomplishing that mission while also, you know, trying to figure out what it means to make a film and to actually educate people in an entertaining way, but also a digestible way. The first film, it kind of it focuses on two things: mental health and sexual health within the Black community. And the way that I do that is by interviewing family. I also interview with friends, and I also interview with medical professionals. And, you know, a lot of people, they'll watch a film for, you know, to see how it entertains you or how does it capture you. But this film was more so just to demonstrate how to talk to people in various settings around health and wellness, and also around very touchy subjects, because it can be tough to talk about health and wellness with family. It can be tough to talk with friends and be vulnerable. You know, when people see you comment or, you know, frequently, and they see you in a certain way, it can be uncomfortable for you to talk about things that, you know, they might not know about you, or you don't want them to know moving forward because you don't want them to judge you. Sometimes it is easier to talk to a medical professional, but even then, in certain communities, it's, you know, there's a barrier there. So I really wanted to show how to talk to various people around touchy subjects within that film. And then the next film, I think that was created last spring, and it was released last September. That is more so a call to action for mental health. Within that film, you get a demonstration of a young Black man specifically, who talks about his mental health in a formatted way. So like I mentioned earlier, I was a philosophy major. I wanted to tie in the idea of philosophy, something that got me thinking critically around health and wellness, to mental health specifically. So I applied a term called metacognition. What metacognition is thinking about your thoughts. So it's kind of like a meditative state, but it's like an active meditation. So you take a step back and you think, okay, how do I think in this setting? What are my tendencies, my thought patterns in this setting or in these situations? So that film shows in kind of a formatted way how to use metacognition to reflect on your thoughts. And I did that by using the 5 W's, which are who, what, where, when, and why. And yeah, so those are the two main primary research right now through the ISH project.
Edward, we've got about 30 seconds left. If people want to get involved and they want to find more information, how can they do so?
Yeah, so our Instagram page is a great way to contact us and getting a connection. That is at @ish_project. That's ISH_project. That's a great way. And also Share Detroit. We have, you know, a wish list. We're on our way to create more projects, also create a podcast show. And, you know, we need some resources. So if you want to help out in that way, or if there's ways or ideas that you have that you think need to be brought to the forefront, definitely DM us through social media.
You break down those barriers, you open those lines of communication, and help a lot more people get informed on subjects of critical importance like public health, like health and wellness, mental health, and more. Edward, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, Tyler. Thanks for having me.